Welcome back to another Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever cast. I apologise for not making one of these in quite a long time, but I've actually been building a house kind of from scratch, and it turns out that's difficult and takes a lot of time, so I haven't been doing a lot of faff. But today we've got a game. It's on Adaptive Monument Valley. It is a 6v6. This is quite a long game for such high level players. We can see most of the players here are around, I don't know, between 15 and 1900, with one team captain on each team. That's 2400 a side, 2300. So we'll go around and introduce our players. I'm not going to faff around too much. Starting up here, team 1, we've got Tursto. He is playing in Blood for the Blood God red, Cornish red. Then we've got Eco Noob here in yellow. He's in banana yellow. He's playing Cybran, opening land as he should at the front. Up at the back here, we've got Laderacek, and according to Google, because I do look up everyone's names, he is a 12-year-old Russian Zerg, from what I can make of it. I'll put a picture of him up. Next up, also playing land at the front here, in Accidental Racism red, we've got Zopak. He's playing Cybran. Going to be spamming those classically red Cybran Mantis. Followed by our next, and well, our last team player here for Team 1 at the top. We've got Mochelol. He's dropped a bit of rating since I saw him last, but he is a previous MVP winner on the derpcast, and he is playing in classic Chicken Brown for the Seraphim Nation. Our team captain today, playing on the plateau up here, probably going air, I think. Is that the way it's played? Or maybe he's going to be edge building down. It's the Wheelie. He's playing Aeon. He's a Control K expert. I think he's currently banned from Twitch. I'm not sure about that. I'll have to ask in the chat, in the game chat. Anyway, down here on the second, the lower side, we've got Team 2. And starting off over here with Wesh, he's playing the Battleship Grey Seraphim. And down here, Shovel Knight, he's playing in purple. And we've kind of got this fruit and veg section here, all playing in green. So first off, it's playing in lime green with the Transformer ACU. It's a Lime Z3. And we've got, in broccoli green, we've got Wounded Elk Noob. And then in fresh lettuce green, we've got Freshy playing Aeon. And the team captain here, he's going to be playing Aeon in anime pink. And his name is... it's Hachama Chama. Otherwise known as Yudi or Shinobu, whatever he's calling himself these days. So we've got a team captain battle. They're both starting off on the plateaus. They're both the highest rated players. And pretty sure they're both, or have used Anime Girl avatars in the past, so maybe a Weeb team captain battle. I don't know, that's probably a little bit harsh. So early raid here from Zopak. Picks off the expanding engineer, which is great. If you're a new player, you've got to protect your engineers as they come out, because it's going to take you a really long time to get another engineer out here. Wounded Elk has also been spamming some tanks out, and he's going to pick off this engineer here that's on reclaim orders. Remember, in the early game, reclaiming is sometimes more important than picking up mexes. It kind of depends on the map. For this map, Monument Valley, there's a lot of reclaim, 50k, but it's very spread out. There's a few larger rocks here that are kind of 75s. I think there's some 150s on this map. Here, maybe? Here, yeah, these bigger rocks are 150, so... Okay, so we do have that edge build down. So you can build, using the build range of the commander, you can build down. We've got some reclaim orders from the factory. Reclaiming the rocks here. Is Yudi doing the same thing? Of course he is. So Hachama Chama here, also doing the expand, and they've got these civilian bases. This adds a really interesting dynamic to the game, because not only can you get mass from them, you can also farm commander veterancy from them. So you can gain health on your ACU by killing these. As well as, obviously, you can convert them, so if you want an early T2 power or an early Tech 2 radar, you can convert it. Pairwise, not a lot going on. We've got a few interceptors out from each team, which you would expect. I think the big issue here for Team 1 at the top is that the Lime Z3 is crushing with his raid here. He has managed to get all the way through. He's got Mantis going into the back here, where the Wheelie is trying to put his engineers. He's also got Mantis in the reclaim. So yeah, aggressive start from Team 2 down here. It looks like he's going to kill off this Tham, and if he can do that, maybe not. If he can get into those engineers, that would be very dangerous. We've got early T2 upgrade over here. Maybe I should move that around for you guys so you can see it a bit easier on the black background. I'll leave the map up in case I missed something. We are using the adaptive icon mod. I know not everybody likes it, but when it comes to nukes, it makes it 1,000 times easier to see when a nuke is there. And on these team games, if you don't know what's coming, it can be very easy to miss things. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, Raid's getting in here, so the Wheelie has been forced to make a lot of tanks to defend his base. And all the mass from these units is going to be going into the reclaim field though, so not that bad for him. His mirror opponent though is making a lot better progress. Look at this. Compared to the Wheelie up here, Chama has made good progress. He's up to here almost. Look at the difference. So he's going to be collecting extra mass, extra reclaim. He's going to be getting more map control. Some commanders tickling each other in the mid-ground here. UEF commander starts with 12,000 health, and the Cybran commander, you see it down on the bottom left here, only has 10,000. It does have a better regen rate to make up for it though. Well, that's not displayed on the observer mode. It does have a better regen rate. Transport getting picked off here. Hard to see whether it did actually do the drop. Shovel Knight does make his own drop up here though. And we've got T2 going on from Wesh. T2 up here for Module. Another T2 here, so this seems to be the meta. I haven't played on this map for a really long time, but this seems to be the meta is T2. I guess it's probably a little bit big. Since the map is 10 by 10, maybe it's a little bit big and too open for gun. So it looks like people are going for T2. It does kind of make sense, but it makes the game a bit more static. You can see both players here using the Tech 1 arties to shell the defences of the civilian base. That's a war crime, but war crimes are normal in Supreme Commander, so we'll just let that fly. And UD is ahead here. Chama is ahead. He's already reclaiming the structures, so he has already destroyed that base and moved forwards. Unit advantage here for the Wheelie. Does he know that upgrade is going on? He doesn't. If you know the upgrade's going, you can probably... he probably can't push, to be honest. He doesn't have air control. If he was to push, these Aeon tanks are very vulnerable to bombers, so a few bombers could really harm that. And he would be giving reclaim to the commander since his comm is still in his base, so it's probably a good idea not to push. Quick T2 Cerberus turret up here for Eco Noob. He is blasting away at the Aurora in the distance, whose armour is made of paper, and he is going straight for the PD creep, constructing that next Cybran turret. Look. Will it be in range of the comm? No, it won't. But a sandwich going on here. Chama and Eco Noob about to clash to try to protect Tursto. The Lime Z3 has his own Tech 2 engineer on the battlefield, and he is going for attack launcher. He's building that quite quickly, actually. Or maybe not. But if we look at the range of that attack launcher, that's going to be... It's basically going to be in range of everything. Oh. I think from this range it's fairly clear what his objective is here. He is going straight for Team 1's top player is Mexis. I remember because the wheelie is playing Aeon, his TMD defense range is actually less, so he will have to defend these up. It's quite unfortunate for him. Good for Team 2. And we've got a full-on fire base going on here now. Oh! Limes, you sneaky bugger. He's got the beetles. These are suicide beetles. That's probably enough to maybe kill a comm if he gets close. Is he going for the comm? Surely he is. That would be amazing if he gets that off. No wonder this game's got good ratings. Bit of a stalemate up here. And Wesh has pushed forwards with the Seraphim beam turrets. He's killed a lot of tanks. Tech 2 PD up here for Tursto. That will, well, there's actually more and more of these. Did I miss some? He's got 11 beetles. I think they come with stealth, right? No, they're cloaked. So they show up on radar. Yeah, but once they're in vision range, you won't be able to see them. A drop here from Ladrachek into the middle. He's going to be stealing the reclaim. Has that missile launcher gotten any kills? No, it hasn't, but it's loaded 2 already. If you do find yourself up against a very high rated player, it is quite effective to kind of try to bully them. A lot of them will leave if they lose a couple of mexes. If you think of them like Idra playing StarCraft, oh my god, here come the beetles. Okay, overcharge kills 1. Gets the second one. Whoa!
No, 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 no.
Oh, that was so close. Thursto gets quite lucky there. He already has the level of vet. Oh man. I think Tursko got lucky there. We have another tack launcher. So we've got 1 tack on each side here. We've also got groups of Evensongs on both sides being deployed against the firebase. So each team's got a firebase, each team's got a tack launcher, and each team's using Evensongs to fight back against the firebase. You see Yudi or Hachama. I was going to call him Yudi, it's less syllables. He is up to T2 air and he is spamming Swift Winds. But if we look up in the corner at Ladrachek, he's already on T3 air. Reasonable grid, he's got the adjacency to the T3 power, to the double T2 powers. He's making another Tech 2 factory, but he's making it next to the Hydro. I guess this is his build. He must have played this more times. Obviously, you get a lot more adjacency bonus if you put your air factories next to T3 power rather than just a Hydro. Is this a missile launch? It is. It looks like it's going to get shut down by this TMD though. Oh no, it's not, because that's allied TMD. It destroys the turret over here. Okay. And it looks like it was reclaimed, so I guess it didn't kill any mexes, or it did kill some mexes and I missed it, but it looks like no significant damage. Either it was seen and they went up, or it got a kill and then these TMD went up. And the wheelie, very greedy here. He's going... Slowpack's also on T3. I guess this is just... It seems fast to me. 12 minutes, they're going full T3 mexes. Still these fire bases in the middle. This push here is not going to do anything. These units against a commander with gun. Much a long way out of position though. He is asking to get picked off. T3 air is on the field. There's gunships. There's ASF. Oh, it's going after the TMD. Unfortunate. It's a really good thing to do because TMD has low health. You can snipe TMD with Tech 1 bombers. It looks like he launched the TMD and then went in with the bombers, but the bombers got shot down, didn't kill the TMD, so the missile's going to get hit by the TMD, but because it's a Cybran TMD, it still does damage. It's just that it's not going to be enough to kill those TTMXs. Quite a lot of ASF on the bottom team. Actually, it's 2 T3 air players versus 1 T3 air player, so air control definitely with the bottom team right now. They have got gunships, so they are ready to use it. Eco Noob, the only one in the game here building walls. He must feel under threat of being pushed. Oh no, there's a few walls from Mochilal up here as well. Some bombers, and they are going after Tech 1 tanks. But they get back. Oh, the ASF are right there. Hello? Hello, air player? Hello? Hello?
Must do it!
Oh, buddy. A small missed opportunity to kill those bombers there. Oh, now he's after them. If they get an extra bombing round off there, they didn't need to. First air engage. Bit of an advantage here to Shovel Knight. It's quite close. Gets a terrible engage. Shovel Knight had more there and he gets wiped out. Remember, if you're a new player, fighters, so that's interceptors or swift winds, or even the fighter bombers or ASF, they can only shoot within a small arc forwards, so you need to be behind your opponent. It's not like StarCraft where you're doing Void Rays and Phoenixes or Mutalisks. You need to be behind your opponent, so there is a purpose to dogfighting in this game. Blaze is getting trashed by Cerberus turrets here. And the Spectres are going to move in and start bombing the Mongoose. And remember, the Mongoose have very low health. They're a long range kind of siege unit, Tech 2 siege unit. Are they going to go too far and run into the flak? Yes, they are. And they're pulled back fairly quickly. Okay. It was a pretty decent pickup for Yudi there. Killed those off without taking any losses. Early RAS upgrade here for Sobak. So eco-wise, it looks like the top team have a pretty big advantage. Pretty big advantage in eco. Most dangerous army at the moment? Probably not these. I'd say the sniper bots here from the wheelie are pretty dangerous. Oh! The Tech 1 bombers were against the snipers there, and the shield went down just the wrong moment, but it didn't seem to impact them. Mochulal's comm is kind of in danger here. There are sniper bots on the other team. I don't know why he's here. I guess he's protecting the wheelie who's trying to eco, but I feel with this many sniper bots he doesn't need protecting. Mochilal should probably be... Oh, he's a long way behind in eco as well. He's only on T2 mexes. Yeah, here's the lowest eco. Look, 45. Wesh down here in the corner is only on 63, but his mexes are ringed. And he's going T3. So a long way. Look at the difference between the lower players here of the eco and the larger ones. The wheelie's got 180. That's 3 times Mochulal's income. So he can build 3 times as much stuff. And he looks like he's got quite a lot of build power to... he's pumping out harbs right now. At a pretty good rate. He's got a lot of build power on it. With enough harbs and some sniper bots, he can make a push here. It's not that much. Harbs, I think, would run this over. Wesh hasn't got that much health. And those bombers, if they get in, they're going to kill the snipers for sure. Oh. Nope, they died to the flak. So good work with these gunships. Let's look at the kills. 5 kills, 2 kills, 3 kills, 4 kills. They've all paid for themselves, these gunships, so it's pretty good work down there by UD. As we can see, the wheelie is kind of caught up here. He's almost got as much terrain, almost as much map territory as UD has managed to have, so he's caught up. Is he caught up on eco as well? 256. I think he's ahead. I think he has more T3 mexes. Nano repair, so this is looking like it's going to be a Rambo com from Mochel over here on the left. Basic T2 upgrade here for Sopak. His base is looking very empty. He's reclaimed everything. Everything but his core mexes, and he has relocated his whole base to the front where he's making hives and boys by the looks of things. Remember, that doesn't necessarily mean to be eco boys. He could be making combat boys. These sub-commanders. If you're new to the game, if you're building sub-commanders that are combat ones, they are kind of tier 3.5, so they are between Tech 3 units and the experimental Tech 4 units. They are very strong. There was a patch only a few months ago. I gave a bunch of new abilities to them. A lot of them have EMP. They have better guns. You can do a whole bunch of stuff with them. I have to try and find a game where someone uses them really well, because they can be devastating. Very hard to hit. Often the only way to get rid of them is like nuking large groups of them. Very difficult to get rid of. So Wesh here looks like his plan is snipers and going for the enemy snipers with Tech 1 bombers. But he is a long way behind his opponent here on the left hand wing, eco wise, so I don't know how long that will last. 19 minutes. Do we have any experimentals being built? Nope, we've got boys here for limes. No experimentals so far. Nope. Doesn't look like it. No nuke defense is up either, but it's kind of early. If you're a newer player and if you're used to playing gap games or astro games, I really would encourage you, once you kind of learn the basics of eco and moving the units, try to get into these more open field games. There's so much more tactical and strategic options. There's many more ways to win. It's all about being able, you can move around your opponent, whether it being so linear like Astro is. It's much more, it adds a lot of extra options to the gameplay. Really encourage you to try and branch out and try some of these maps. You still got a team around you, you're not, even in this kind of game mode, you're not going to be attacked from behind. It's not like ladder where, your opponent's going to come at you from all over the place. You're still kind of facing just forwards. It's just that there's more options. It's less linear. Makes for a lot of good play. But if you're not used to it, you'll be a bit slower. You're going to have to remember to make units. A lot of new players, when they transition into these more open maps, they forget to make units and they kind of get steamrolled. Remember that tanks beat T3 mexes in a fight. It's important. That looked like Tech 2 Arty. So yeah, we've got a Gunther here. We've got Cyber and Tech 2 Arty. So we're going standoff mode here from EcoNoob. We check the range. This is the minimum range. This big circle here is the maximum range. So a whole bunch of stuff here, but this is mainly to shoot blue space. The cost of these turrets is only 2,000, and this turret has already killed 1,000 mass worth, so almost on its way to paying for itself already, halfway there. A lot of what FAF is about, you want to try to get value for units. Oh, it's a big control K there. A lot of Tech 2 army just been recycled. It's going to be turned into Tech 3 units. Looks like it's going to be turned into bricks. It is okay to recycle your units. It's also okay to trade your Tech 2 units into your opponent's army if you're going to get the reclaim. Two Tech 2 armies here, both kind of built around skirmishing. This is a Tech 2 Blaze Shield army, very fast. We've also got a Mongoose and Flak army. Oh, got sniped.
Sniping's a good job, mate.
Let's check the ASF numbers. 26 ASF for a ladderer check. Down here, Shovel Knight. How are you doing on ASF, my friend? 33. So this fight's probably going to go Shovel Knight's way, unless he makes a mistake with the micro. Just Swifties for a Charmer. No other air up here. These Tech 1 bombers, are they being effective? Well, there's a Sam up here now, so that's going to end. That's definitely going to end any Tech 1 bomber aggression. We got Sams. Are there any others? So both teams looking like they are content to firebase and build fire bases, turtle up, build their eco, and prepare for the next phase of the game, which is the experimental phase. Interesting ferry point here. We can see that Sopak has built this kind of cancerous spam here of Tech 2 mass fabs. So they provide 1 mass a second. So he's going to be collecting extra mass. And big first experimental out. The wheelie has completed a GC. It's a big walking death beam robot. It's got the Final Fantasy health damage. 99999. Is there enough units and anti-air to protect it? That's the question. And here's the response for Team 2. Lime Z3 has created a spider and he is quickly starting another. He's got hives, he's got boys. That is probably going to complete in probably a minute, I think. Looks like it's building very quickly. Has he got gas in the tank? I know he's stalling 600 mass a second. Oh my god, Limes. Sad times. Oh, painful arty shot there. 2 sniper bots dead.
Boom. Hit shot.
It's really paying for itself, keeping the units at bay there. And this is going to be the main engagement. The GC walks in. It's prioritizing the spider. I guess that's right. These Zooies are going to do a lot of damage if it doesn't move. Snipers in the back. The Harbingers are shooting all sorts of random stuff here. Focus the spider, I think, would be... Okay, some of them are focusing the spider. Why do Harbs focus everything? I don't know. So the spider walks away with an easy win there. That's not what I expected. Normally I'd expect the GC, which is worth a lot of mass, to kill the spider 1v1 fairly easily. I guess the Zooies did a lot of damage. The spider's Monkey Lord laser, this big old lasery beam here, this does more damage than the GC beam. But it has half the health. You check the Eco Team 1, now even, slightly ahead, so they have lost a bit of their advantage. They were 300 ahead. And Limes completes the second spider. And there is no response on the top team. There's another GC, but it's only just started. Anything else? No. So this could be a very dangerous push. These bricks getting hoovered up. Meow. Disgusting. A lot of Tech 1 anti-air going up here. Oh, it's because of this scout stream. This is a trick that you can do if you're a newer player and you're desperate for some scouting information. What you can do is make a Tech 1 air factory, build your scout here, put it on repeat, and just set the rally location here, and it will just constantly send scouts in. They're very cheap. It's an effective way of scouting. You can also use scouts to soak up anti-air fire, but they will. Anti-air does tend to prioritize bombers and gunships over fighters and scouts, so it's doesn't work perfectly. This seems like an odd choice, sending a nearly dead spider into a whole bunch of harbs. But if the harbs don't react here, then he was going to get away with it. Well, that was painful. The wheelie lost a lot of units there, and now he's getting sniped too. Doesn't have an anti-nuke. Does Team 2 have a nuke? No, they don't. Do they have an anti-nuke? Also, they do have one down here. Well, the two... there's one here. So the only anti-nuke in Team 2 down here is in Udi's base. Wounded Elk Noob with one as well, and that's a Fat Boy. So we are 3-1, 4-1, 4-0 on experimentals. GC, Fat Boy, and 2 spiders versus nothing. So, oh, and this is the inevitable Control K threat. It is a good way to get rid of the higher level players. Give them depression. I mean, that's pretty much the only chance I would have against any of them. Give them depression. Hope they Control K. The arty just wrecking these sniper bot armies. Oh my goodness. The shields. Oh, it's so expensive. I guess he's having power issues. He's using 15,000 power a second. Those arties just... 5,000 mass killed on this arty. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing this GC will kill that arty base, so... Okay, 1 experimental on the field now. Is it saying good? It's another Fat Boy, so we've got a Fat Boy versus Fat Boy fight over here. And we're going to have... Modulo is not... He has nothing in this space, so Limes is just going to push his 2 spiders in. This tac launcher actually did get 8 kills. Maybe it was around on Mex's. He did launch the tacs just now. I guess he's going for PD. Let's go for PD. Here comes a missile. Oh, it's a factory. What happened there? Did it hit a drone? That's weird. So the other GC is out. Oh, is Yudi gonna... No, he's not. So we've got a sizable Percy army with this Fat Boy. And it's running from the face beam. You see there's a big air engagement over the top of here. It's over the top of the flak. And Yudi's got restorers as well. I think that's going to be a crush. Oh my goodness.
Right!
Yeah, that's devastating. This push is going to go all the way in. There's nothing to stop the restorers now. Oh! Well, well, well. If it isn't a crab. So Eco Noob turns up with a crab, which is probably going to save this base. Because the sniper's already pulling back. That GC might actually be a... yeah, they see the mega. That GC might actually be a mass gift. Ravagers go up, and that's going to shoot everything away, so did not expect that. So this attack bounces and leaves 50,000 mass for Tursto to recycle into some glorious UEF destruction. He didn't push with the 2 spiders. He kept them. They've both got veterancy. But there's a GC up now. Is he going to push in just the spiders without the snipers? And Sopak has completed a mega as well. So things much more even. That kind of window of opportunity to attack with all the experimentals seems to have passed. Not sure why these are retreating. There is no... Oh, there's a Sam. There's a few ASF for Team 1. The spiders here engaging the GC. Oh, it's going to be close. That looks like it's going to be a win for the GC this time. So we had a fight where the GC was supposed to win against a single spider and it lost. And now a fight with two spiders versus the GC and they win. The GC wins. So that should tell you the power of support units. The shields, the harbs, the flak, they make a huge difference. Not sure why Mochula's comm is here. Oh my goodness. Is he going to primary the comm? No. The crab turns up, and that's going to scare off these boys. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, Restorers versus Tech 3 Anti-Air. Sam's going up all over the place with these boys. The boy hit squad. We've got a lot of mass being transferred. And the donut is being built. It kind of looks like an Oreo here, or maybe a crab of some like a clam. It's a clam stuck in the cliff, maybe. Oh, another one. 2 donuts under construction here. That's a lot of boys. The wheelie has pumped out a lot of eco here. He's up to 510 eco. Lime's on 500. Sopak on 500. Oh my goodness. Is this reclaim? Is that right? 914 eco? Surely that's reclaim related. The Team 1 has extended their eco lead slightly, if that's correct. Oh, no, it's because Wounded Dog's power stalling and has 15 eco. What's he doing? Oh, he's gifted his base. That's why UD's got so much eco. He's gifted his base. That's why it also all a bit messy. So we've got a base gift here. So UD is now on 2 bases. This cancer spam of Mexes and Sams is pretty oppressive. We've got crab versus crab over here. He's ground firing. He is ground firing the Rex to stop them being collected by a top team. That is a pro gamer move there. So the crab can only fire forwards, but if you give little commands like this behind it, it will walk backwards. Oh. So we've got a sniper fest here. The crabs trying to shoot each other through the cliff. And the experimental unit spam is just covering the screen. So many experimentals. We've got crabs all over the place. Donuts. Another crab. Fat boy. Everybody's pumping out experimentals. Double donut here. Triple donut. It's turning into a Dunkin Donuts box. Like a box meal. You know, you get like 6 in a box. We've got an experimental bomber out, that horrific sound you don't want to hear if you're not playing Seraphim. This is what I meant, the little backwards walking. Chicken is just strolling into the anti-nuke. Restorers and bombers sent to kill it. Oh no, they're going after the crab. Turning away very quickly after dropping the bombs so they don't get caught by the ASF. Pro gamer move. Now the range, if we look at the range of the anti-air on the Restorers, it's actually really long, much longer than ASF, but you can see these these donuts. So the donuts had a lot of, we call it the donut, but it's the Aeon Tsar. It's it had a few updates recently. First off is the big shield that it gets, and secondly is a massive update to its anti-aircraft missiles. They are very long range. I think it's the longest range AA in the game. That is offensive. Like, this is oppressive levels of anti-air that he's projecting with this. That's definitely some map control that you can't buy. Just look at them eat this. 3, oh my god, look at its health. Just, its health is just like falling off of it from those Tsars pounding it. That's disgusting. It's so still firing. Wow. Are these attack pings? Okay, so let's have a look. Is there any marks? Experimentals. So they know that what's going on. They've pinged the comm. Any... So map control, I'd say, is in top team's favour. They have more of this middle control. It's not worth anything, really. It's so even. And it's definitely a no man's land in the middle here, between the two teams. So Hachama looks like he's trying to use his restorers, which are the Aeon gunships, and their long-range anti-air to kind of project anti-air like a no-go zone. But he's kind of been one-upped by the donut on the other, the 3 donuts here that are doing the same thing. And it's just a no man's land with crabs and experimental bombers. It's just brutal. Cool, let's see what we get. No one can cross the Valley of Doom here. Those missiles eating the shield. The shield does regenerate, so it's not the end of the world. 4 donuts now. The fat boy dies here. There's 2 fat boys and a crab. And the fat boy crab combo, as we've seen in some of the other games that we casted, is so hard to beat. You can't beat it long range without, you know, investing significantly into artillery and tack launchers, which Judy has done, but it's not going to be enough because the crab's just going to walk up and poke it. Very little he can do about this. I guess he was planning to use the donuts and the restorers, but now he can't because of the donut spam on the other team. This experimental bomber looks like it might get taken down. No, its anti-air on the bomber is going to shoot down the last ASF there. That's 37,000 mass killed, so it has paid for itself. And if it drags all these ASF into anti-air fire as well...
It's a trap!
Oh, he went all the way in after the bomber and then turned. Oh, that's so bad. Ladder check, my boy. He went balls deep for the Awasa there, and he didn't get it. I think he just needed to commit at that point. It does save some of his ASF, I guess. That's probably why he's 100 rating higher than me. I would have just gone balls deep for it, tried to knock the plane down over someone's base. There's going to be 2 Awasas. Awada. But there's now 5 donuts protecting 2 fat boys over here. And this cancerous spam of boys and mass is just disgusting. That his base is so huge. Map control definitely falling into the top team's control now. These donuts are just disgusting. Team 2 does need to do something about it. I don't think they're going to win air with like this. They need an extra player making ASF to stand a chance. Because the wheelie is now spamming his own ASF. Doesn't have an air grid. Oh, but the Tsars are factories, so these are T3 air factories as well, so he can make scouts and ASF out of them. So he's spamming his own ASF out of these. Yeah, the Awasas probably need to kill the fat boys, which they are definitely capable of. So they've got a nuke coming. Who built the nuke? Kind of defeats the point of the icon mod if I can't see the nuke. I don't see the nuke. We've got a Tech 3 Arty here. That bomber looks like it's gonna... What on earth happened there? Did the bomb hit the donut? I think the bomb hit the donut shield. Oh, that's so unfortunate. And then it just gets shot down. That's depressing.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
So T3 RT is firing at the back, maybe? I mean, there's no point targeting this decentralized mass income. He needs to go for the air grid. They need an air control win. The trouble is that the wheelie has already got all of these donuts making... Okay, this will work. You can kill this. But the Seraphim shields are the best shields in the game. They have the most health. So, unlikely he'll get through there. Just cancelling his camera. That's just disgusting. This is like full on Independence Day right now. He could actually make a smiley face out of donuts. That's how many donuts he has. Oh, minus one donut. We've got a Mavor under construction down here. That's been under construction for a while, quite a few minutes. But I don't think they've got enough anti-air to protect it. They've got the ASF, but if they throw away the ASF, they are doomed. They've got to desperately protect the ASF. As soon as that finishes, I guess they need to snipe comms with it. So I didn't really know this before, but you can, if you've got the target priority mod, you can basically set your artillery to snipe ACUs, and they will just hunt the ACU by itself. I think they... probably you wouldn't want to do that with a unit as expensive as the Mavor, especially if you're a good player, but I guess they have to hunt the ACUs. They've got to basically kill the wheelie. They've got to get rid of these Tsars. Oh. The Tsars are just deleting everything. There's 2 bugs in here as well. Wow, that Mavor finished really quickly. They built that Mavor in like a minute and a half, and now straight to SAMs. But the SAMs probably need to be a bit further out. The SAMs probably need to be like here to stand a chance. They've got to be spending everything on SAMs right now. They're going full on SAMs. Here come the donuts. The donuts have just been given a move order onto the Mavor. This is like doom coming. Front 2 donuts go down. There is still 4 donuts and 2 Soul Rippers. This one takes out the anti-nuke. Don't know if that will be key. There's a lot of anti-air, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, they still have all of the ASF. It's killing the donuts. Another 2 donuts go down. There's only 2 left. He's got to focus the donuts. That bog duck gets deleted. 1 last donut. It land. Oh, it's got it with the crash damage.
Bruh.
Oh boy. And Udi immediately control Ks. The depression gets to him. Freshly from the vegetable section, he control Ks as well. There are more donuts. The fat boy's never died. This fat boy's got 103 mass killed. Oh. Shovel Knight control Ks. He's had enough. That just leads Limes. Limes, Wesh, and Wounded Elk Noob are left to defend the honor. And I mean, look at their map control. That's a quarter of the map. To stand any chance, I think they need to activate. They need to activate the turtle mode. That's their only chance, really. Things are looking dire. They have a few tools. They've got the Awasa that can maybe get rid of the fat boys. The fat boys are just going to start killing off the anti-air. They've got a spider, that will work. That will be able to kill a fat boy for sure. Nice micro there of the bomber. Kills all the shields. The spider gets the fat boy. He might also get the crab, but he's going to try and micro it round so the crab has to... it's like a tank turret, it can't fire properly. Look, the bomb hits both, and then the crab vets off the spider's death. Unfortunate. The donut's just being oppressive. Attack missile, it's strike. Oh, it's a slight miss there. Is the second one going to get it? No, he's still launching the wrong place. It looks like it might die to Artie. That attack missile battery is just firing at the wrong spot. I think the Artie's going to kill off the crab.
But wait! There's more!
There are 3 more! There's 3 more crabs! And a GC. Well, they restarted the Mavor. But look at the mass income, 1.6. It was a close game. It was a close game, but this is disgusting. This is very OP, this donut spam. But I mean, if you think about it, 6 donuts costs. It costs the same as a game ender. So 6 donuts costs the same as the Mavor, or the same as the Paragon. And he basically traded all 6 donuts for just the... He traded all 6 donuts in a suicide attack for the Mavor. So it actually probably broke even on mass, right? Kinda. Except all the mass is dumped here. A small 500,000 mass. So there's plenty of anti-air up the front, but I guess he's just going to go in the back way now.
Gay!
Oh, here come the donuts again. Oh, there's not going to be anything to stop them this time. There's not enough anti-airs. This is literally a Paragon's worth of mass that's been turned into Independence Day donuts, basically. Wounded Elk Noob is the only player left. Both his teammates have left the game due to depression. Wounded Elk Noob starts a Scathis. I kind of don't think that's going to finish now. exclamation move. Modulo complaining in the chat that the game was not interesting enough. I think a lot of people like the long games with the big experimental units. A lot of the play. Oh, there is already a Scathis. Sopak with his mass spam has built a Scathis. Yeah, the Scathis shells are landing on top of the donuts. Wounded Elk Noob, is he going to get crushed the same way as the Mabel did? It kind of looks like it. Oh boy. That's disgusting. Well, the game D6 at the end, but that's because all the players have left. Yeah, a lot of the high level players, they don't like the long games. They prefer the short, competitive, kind of 10-15 minute games, but that's not really me. If I wanted to watch competitive Tech 1 level play that's based around kind of 10 minute pushes, 6 minute pushes, map control in the middle, I'd probably just watch StarCraft because it's better for that. Supreme Commander is the best game for these long things where you long games, all the different units, strategic stuff, the nukes and the TAC missile bases, all that kind of extra stuff that makes such a big difference, makes it more entertaining. Now, fair play to Lime Z3 there in his convertible. He stayed till the... No, it wasn't Lime, it was Wounded Elk Noob stayed despite being shot. Bless him. Sopak with this ridiculous spam, that's kind of cancerous, but it worked really well. This arty base at the front here, it says it's the wheelies, but it wasn't. There is so much mass. This is a 50,000 mass kill base here. So I think they were a long way behind at the start. They felt like, especially when they lost the GC and the army to the Spider, and they were looking to control K, but I'm kind of glad they didn't. That was quite an entertaining game. I think MVP this time. Gonna give that to the wheelie for not quitting.
Nice.
And for that ridiculous donut spam. You're just gonna throw a paragon's worth of mass in someone's face and delete it on top of their base. That's a pretty Chad move. I can respect that. That was a good game. I enjoyed that one. If you've got a cast you want us to take a look at, send me the details. Leave us a comment if you like it. If you want to see more, press a button on the bottom, whatever it is, and I'll make some more of them. Thanks very much.